Always a question is, how do we disseminate information? And then, of course, there's always people that don't want to know until they have an issue that they want to know more about. So trying to figure out ways to be relevant and be accessible.
Communication is a key. Communication with your community, knowing what's happening, what is impacting the community. Being in it, living in it is one thing, but then having your feelers out to kind of really understand what's happening so you're not too disconnected and you have like fingers on the pulse. How are you communicating with your community right now? If you get elected, how would you take that to the next level? How do you build that communication channel and maintain it?
Right now, I've been developing Facebook, and so I've been receiving comments directly from that. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm accessible by phone, so people call me. At the same time, a lot of those, like if people aren't going on computer a lot, or they haven't discovered me on Facebook, a big thing is like I'm going door to door and developing it that way, making phone calls, and then I'm having people who are volunteers that are willing to help are also doing that as well. Because I need to make sure that the people know like where they can get their information. I've also created a MailChimp account where that way I can kind of send out periodic updates. So if people really want to know what's going on and want those updates, they can go to my website, they can sign up and get those. Always a question is, how do we disseminate information? And there's some people that are just like hands off and they want to live their lives, which is, I respect that. But at the same time, it's in how do I find those that do want to know? And then of course, there's always people that don't want to know until they have an issue that they want to know more about. So trying to figure out ways to be relevant and be accessible, I think it's just an ongoing problem, but those are the ways that currently that I'm trying to get out there and get my name out.
Thanks for listening to The Adrian Sinclair Show. You can find previous episodes on the Apodcast multi-channel network at apodcast.com. You can also stream this podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Podbean, and other audio platforms. And if you subscribe to our weekly newsletter, you'll get convenient short summaries of podcasts you may have missed. So check it out. And lastly, please support us by sharing our episodes on social media. We really appreciate it. Thanks.